RBI wants a kill switch for AI, and that could change how artificial intelligence is used across India's banking system. Now, before we get on with this, I believe if you thoroughly enjoy news which is related to the impact of AI in terms of the financial systems, in terms of probably the stock markets, etc., please like, share and subscribe, as it truly does motivate us. And now that you have, I thoroughly want to thank you for the same. Now, of course, what has the Reserve Bank of India done? The Reserve Bank of India has released a new draft framework for banks and financial institutions using AI. And the headline proposal is, every bank must be able to shut down any AI model it uses at any given point in time. It is actually what the RBI describes as override, suspension and deactivation mechanisms, or well, more simply put, a kill switch. So with AI rapidly becoming a part of the financial system, banks are using models to assess risk, detect fraud, process applications, support customer service, and increasingly assist with decision making. But the RBI believes that growing use also creates growing concerns and risks, particularly when those systems are handling sensitive financial information and making decisions that can actually affect the very lives of customers. The central bank says no AI system should operate without the ability to be instantly shut down if it produces harmful or erroneous outcomes. But the question I want to ask you is, why now? Well, maybe that move comes at a time when concerns around advanced AI systems are increasing globally. The RBI's draft follows certain cybersecurity concerns linked to, well, you guessed it, Anthropic's Claude mythos model. And regulators around the world are beginning to ask the same very question. Now, the question is, what happens if an AI system behaves in a way that was never intended for it to? The RBI's answer is, humans must always remain in control. One of the most important parts of the framework is human oversight. The RBI says all AI-driven decisions must remain subject to human supervision. Now, the framework is remarkably broad. It applies to every AI model used by a regulated entity. If a model influences business or decision-making processes inside a bank, it falls under the framework. The RBI is also removing any ambiguity around responsibility. Basically, banks will remain fully accountable for the outcomes of every model they use, even if that model was purchased from a third-party vendor or was developed externally. Even if it actually combines internal and external components, the responsibility stays with the bank, which means due diligence becomes critical. The RBI is also proposing a risk-based classification system. Banks will be required to classify models based on risk levels, and then, of course, apply different levels of validation, monitoring, and oversight accordingly. Now, if the risk posed by a model exceeds the institution's risk appetite, immediate action must be taken. Now, that could include, let's say, enhanced controls, restrictions on usages, remediation efforts, or even decommissioning the model entirely. The issue must also be reported to the board's risk management committee. Perhaps the biggest governance shift is where the responsibility actually resides. Now, for the first time, the RBI is placing AI governance directly at the board level. Now, every regulated entity will need a board-approved model risk management framework, and that very framework must cover all models. And high-risk models won't just need approval from technology teams. They will require approval from the risk management committee of the board before deployment. Annual reviews will also be mandatory. The RBI is also looking beyond the models themselves. It has flagged supply chain risks arising from excessive dependence on a small number of AI providers. Banks will be expected to actively manage those dependencies and ensure that adopting AI does not introduce new vulnerabilities into their systems. The framework also contains new requirements for customer-facing AI. Banks must disclose when customers are interacting with AI systems, and customers must always have the option to switch to a human representative. Now, the RBI is essentially, effectively saying this, that customers deserve to know whether they're speaking to a machine or a person. The central bank also warns about something called automation bias. That's when employees begin trusting AI outputs too much and stop applying their very own judgment. And that brings us to the front page take. Now, this is one of the most comprehensive AI governance frameworks proposed by a major financial regulator anywhere in the world. The RBI is trying to ensure that they remain accountable for it, because as artificial intelligence becomes more powerful, regulators are asking a new question. If AI makes a mistake, who is responsible? The RBI's answer is the bank, not the model, the vendor, or the algorithm. The question now I would like to ask you: as AI becomes more deeply embedded in financial services, will kill switches and human oversight be enough to manage the risks? Please do let us know. It's quite intriguing, that thought, in the comments below. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Front Page by the IIM Network. Like, share, subscribe, and always remember, think AI, think AIM.